Q&A live stream. Um, just getting started here. No one has joined yet, but I'm sure people will come in and give me some questions. Um, yeah, we'll see. Hope there's a dog barking in the background. So, yeah, 7 o'clock, and can't wait to. Oh, we got one. Hello, Atlantic Coastline Multimedia and DMV AvGeek. There we go. Now we've got people joining. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alrighty, awesome. So yeah, I'm just chilling out here. And yeah, feel free to ask me anything. I'm probably gonna do this for about an hour-ish. So yeah. So let's get started. Go ahead and ask me anything you want. Have you ever seen? Gotta love the Orioles orange. Old Main Productions is in here. That is great. We got 5 people in here. I'll take that. Okay, so all right. Atlantic Coastline Media. Okay, random question. Have you ever seen 3301? I'm assuming you're asking CSX 3301. I'm not sure, and I'm gonna be honest. Like, I have a locomotive spreadsheet. I can actually show you guys, on my computer, but I haven't updated this thing in a while. So let's see. I'm gonna find out and check to see. As I'm doing this DMV AvGeek, do I have any plane videos coming up soon? Well, not for a while, but early January, actually, it was January 1st. I went to Dulles Airport and caught some airplanes, including an A380. So stay tuned for that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Is it Gundamator? That's fine. Gundamator? I don't know. I'm probably way wrong about that. Did you catch that KCS military train that went through a year or two ago? Yes, I did. I actually chased it. It was like in June. It was like in 2023. Yeah, I did. I caught it at Point of Rocks, Maryland, and then Mount Airy, Maryland, on the old main line. The KCS and UP with the military vehicles. I did indeed catch that. I was so glad I did too. That was awesome. Sam's Utah Rail Fanning Adventures. Thank you for joining. And oh, what am I doing here? Oh wait, I need to go into my other Google account. Atlantic Coastline Multimedia. What is my favorite show? It's a good question, honestly. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really watch a lot of shows, but if I had to say one of my favorites, it's probably Impractical Jokers and Atlantic Coastline Media. I have your answer right here. Wait a minute. There we go. So this is part of my locomotive spreadsheet, and as you can see, 3301. Yes, I saw it. Not leading. I caught it on 5/19/2023. Okay, what train was it on? I need to update this. It was on M372. So there you go. Hold on a second. Hot take: Logan Thompson is good. I do like the Washington Capitals. So yes. How's it been, Sam? Sam, it's been good. Life's been pretty good. Rail fanning's been pretty good as well. I'm entering a transition in my life that's really good in terms of my career. Nothing to do with YouTube. So, yeah. Do I like trains? Oh, what a great question. Oh, next question. Have I seen CSX 420 and CSX 69? Yes, I got to see both of them. I believe 69 is still a thing. I actually saw it leading back in 2020, and I've seen it trail a few times as well. 420, I saw it a few times. It is actually rebuilt. I think 7418 is the CM44. I actually did get to see that rebuilt. So, yeah, I got to see both of them. Never paired together though, sadly. Old Main Productions. Well, we like to joke that 3300 is my favorite CSX locomotive, but my true favorite CSX locomotive is 3194. I absolutely love that one. In my opinion, it's the coolest out of the 3 Pride and Service units, but I like 911 and 1776 as well. Yeah, and then plus it's got that beautiful RS5T. Can't go wrong with that. And yeah, not to get political, but I back the blue. So yeah, big fan of 3194, and I would love to get another good shot of it. And Atlantic Coastline Media, glad you caught M372. You believe you showed me those pictures. DM Gaffy, when is 2060 coming back on the Maryland Midland? That is a good question for my good friend Scotty. Just kidding. I don't even know who he is. I sort of know who he is. Um, he works for the Maryland Midland. So I don't know when it's coming back. Hopefully soon. 1776 went past Point of Rocks. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what train it was on. Oh, what train? Oh, yeah. IO 18. It was on an intermodal. I back the boo. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Sorry. I just got a text from someone. I black the boo. Oopsies. I kind of had a tongue twister. Show the dog. I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, Atlanta Coast Unlimited, yeah, not for a while. Unfortunately, 2060 has been in there for a while. The Grucy Putin, no. DMV, we are not going there. Shout out to Tom Grossi again. Get him to 1 million subscribers, but we're not having that in here. Yeah, 3194, 911. I do like both of them. What? Interesting question. What is the sexiest part of a locomotive? I mean, that's an interesting way of wording it, to say the least. Um, I personally think the cab is one of the coolest parts of a locomotive, because I don't know. I really feel like that is, what makes locomotives stand out. That's just my opinion. But I like a lot of features. I feel like the back engine is cool too. The main generator. Okay. The Met guy is in here. Great stuff. Never met him before. I'm assuming his name is Ian, though, because that's what a lot of people are calling him, so that's great. Wayne Gretzky? Yeah. Have I ever seen an ST70AH? Yes, I have. I got to see about half of them on CSX before they got sent to Faramex, I believe. I got to see two of them leading, 8902 and 8904. And yeah, Owen Productions, the bell can make or break it. Yeah, that's true too. I do prefer steel bells or even bronze bells. Okay, do I have a... What kind of a question is that, ACL Media? Do I have a weeafoo? What is that? I don't know what that is. What is my favorite heritage unit on CSX? Oh, good question. I'm going to be honest. Out of all the ones that I have seen, it's really tough. I think I'm going to give you my top three in no particular order. I like 1869 Chesapeake and Ohio. I like Pierre Marquette 1899. Those two look very similar. And then I also really like Family Line System 1972. Waifu. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. But yeah, those are probably my top three favorites. I really like all of them. Well, I don't really like the New York Central that much. Chessie System is cool, but the top is just, it's not the right color. That's the problem. Western Maryland B&O, I actually saw them together at one point. One was leading, one was a mid DPU. I saw them together in Alasha. The trains are coming. What? Rodney would be disappointed. Oh, yeah. Well, too bad. Well, CSX doesn't have a Penn Central Heritage unit. Okay, I'm making sure I'm trying to get... What is my favorite mascot, DMV Apgeek? Well, I'm going to give you one right now. It is Brutus for Ohio State, because Ohio State's in the national championship, and I've always liked Brutus. Or the Oriole Bird, that's another good one. What's my favorite unit train? Probably same as you, the ethanol's oil trains. By the way, there is one around Ohio right now, and it's got two Union Pacific engines. Hopefully they don't get ripped off, I should say. It's a rebuilt Dash 9 X Southern Pacific leading, so that's cool. And then a GEVO is second. Both Union Pacific. B72915 is the symbol. It can't get into Baltimore until another B774 leaves, so hopefully that gets up here. Anyways, yeah, I know Rodney likes the New York Central. Is DMV Avgeek your girl? No. Okay. I don't want to get too personal, but whatever. DMV Avgeek is my sister, so no, no, she's not my girlfriend, and I'm not going to get into that stuff either. When will it come to us, ACL Media? It depends on when B774 gets out of Curtis Bay, because Baltimore can only have one ethanol train at a time in there. Yeah, there's an XSP on point. That is correct. Now it's in the new Union Pacific scheme, but that's still pretty cool. I didn't even know that Union Pacific rebuilt their Dash 9, so that's pretty cool. What's my opinion on BLE 905 now? I mean, it's interesting. It's a tunnel motor. I think that's cool. I mean, the black box is definitely a unique look to it. I do wish the nose was all orange, but you know what? There's none like 905, so whatever. The biggest things with 905 that I don't like is that it has an E-bell now and it doesn't have its P3 horn anymore. To me, those are the things I will miss the most out of it. But it is cool that it is at least here, but honestly, as long as 878 stays on a property, I'm okay with it being there. B770, B770, yeah, that is right. Unfortunately, they trailed on both of them. Yes, Sam, that's correct. It's 96. It is 96 something. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. Top 3 favorite sports venues. Oh, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Me and Old Man Productions murdering a snowman and oh. We do not talk about that, okay? We do not talk about that. The Met guy, yes, that is right. That did happen. M277. Yeah, murdering a snowman. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Harvey, yes, Harvey is his name. Yeah, not gonna get into that. But yes, that is true. We had a little bit of fun at Sykesville, and come on, there was snow on the ground. You know, why not? We did something fun. Yeah, I do wish CSX rebuilt their 6000s. Like that would have been that would be so cool. You know, but unfortunately, the snowman had a family. Well, I don't know B&H Productions. I don't know. Uh-oh, I'm getting CSX called on me. Well, it's okay. I didn't. The train didn't go into emergency. It's all good. Okay, wait. I need to go back to this. Top 3 favorite sports venues. Jeez, I don't know. I mean, I like Oriole. I'm gonna say PNC Park. The home of the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's probably my number 1 favorite. Really like that stadium. And I'm gonna do the ones that I've been to. Yeah, PNC Park. I like. Not gonna lie, I really like M&T Bank Stadium where the Ravens play. Oh, you were in the Honda Accord. Wait a minute. I don't recall seeing a Honda Accord in Sykesville, so I don't know. I guess I missed that. 17 and going to emergency. Yikes. Old Man Productions and I have. Okay, wait. I need to finish my question. So yeah, I do like M&T Bank Stadium a lot. I also like Capital One Arena, home of the Capitals. Yeah, I'm biased because those are my sports teams. I mean, the Pirates aren't. I love Camden Yards though as well, but my favorite baseball stadium is PNC Park. It's absolutely gorgeous. Who has caught a military train before? Well, I've seen one. I've also seen military vehicles on a manifest. An ammo train counts. Yeah. Wait a minute, Blaine. Are you talking about the? Oh, wasn't there an ammo train on the BNP or something? I don't remember. There was something. Or no, I think I'm going crazy. Yeah, that's a military train. Anything that has like military equipment, I'm sure that counts. Sam's Utah Rail Fame Adventure. That's really cool that you saw that. This is good. We're getting a lot of questions. We're only 13 minutes in, and I've already gotten a good amount of questions. This is great. Well, okay, Caleb. Thank you for joining. It would be cool if they sent more military trains. However, the one thing I'm a little iffy about is like, you know, if they have to do that, it's like, well, is there going to be a war going on? Like, who knows? But it would be cool to see that. Caps game has started. Go Caps, go! Yes. In case you all didn't know, I am also a big sports fan. You can see I'm wearing an Orioles sweatshirt. Now, this is from the 2023 playoffs when the Texas Rangers unfortunately swept them, but it's all right. Yeah, I am also a big Washington Capitals fan. And going to college up in the Pittsburgh area, that doesn't go along together. But ha-ha! Steelers suck! Because the Ravens beat them in the playoffs, and I'm very happy about that. Being surrounded by Steelers fans makes me feel so happy about that. We beat them when it mattered. S550 with BNSF Givos. Oh, yeah, I think I remember that. I didn't see that one, but S590, yep. That Sam, that's the one I caught, S590. That one was outstanding. The KCS Ace. Yep, Caleb, you did see that. I think I gave you the heads up on that one. I'm glad you were able to see that as well. There were a lot of people out. Like at Point of Rocks, there was like at least 5 people, probably more than that. And then actually at Old Mill Bottom Road on the old main line, there was an absolute party there. There was at least like 8 people, maybe more. That's like the record I've seen there. So that was pretty nice. I mean, Old Mill Bottom Road is a great spot. It's right before the Mount Airy Tunnel. It's the steepest part of the old main line. Eastbounds are going to Notch 8. Um, yeah, I-135 with 1871, and I caught that one too, the Met guy. And yes, Sam, that's correct. It did meet M331, and M331 was also cool because it had a YN2 duo. That's not going to be around a while. So, yeah. When do you think you'll be back in the Baden area? I already am. At least right now I am. But B&H Productions, I'm having so many tongue twisters tonight. During like the next few months, I will not be going out much for reasons. Oh boy, flag. Yep, shout out to Tom Grossi. Okay, Old Main Productions. What are the top 3 dangerous situations you've been in when rail fanning? Okay, so the first one that comes to mind, you were actually with me. This was in an average rail fanner. Thank you for joining. It was in 2021 when we caught and yes, that's right, the B773. There were a lot of people there. Okay, there's a lot of questions. All right, I'll get to all your questions, guys. Don't worry. So it was it was actually K676. It was before the symbols changed when it hit a tree branch around Woodbine, and it went to emergency right in front of us. Stopped at Morgan Road for like 2 hours, and my car almost got hit by the branch. I didn't realize how close it was until after changing the footage. So that was lucky. That was probably number 1. Number 2, oh geez. I'm thinking. Probably like the few times I've been in like Homestead or Coraopolis, PA at night alone. Those areas aren't horribly sketchy, but like you never know. It's near the city, You can't assume you're going to be completely safe. So I've risked it for the biscuit a few times. And then I'm probably gonna miss one. I'm gonna be like, oh, you know what? I forgot that. Maybe I'll remember it. Another dangerous situation I have been in. Oh gosh, the time back in 2021 when I was catching Amtrak 108 leading the Pennsylvanian, and I wanted to get it in good lighting, but I knew that it was approaching, and then there was an NS intermodal that was coming, and I decided to run across the tracks with the gates down with an oncoming intermodal right in front of me. Yeah, that was a smart move, wasn't it? Oh gosh, but I haven't really done any of that stuff since, thankfully. Now, I put myself in danger there, but here I am, one piece, everything's fine. I guess another one would be one time I was at Covert Road, which is in Newcastle, in the Newcastle sub. You've seen me catch a few trains there. I was there at night waiting for a ethanol train with a CSX Jeep leading. For some reason, CSX put that in the lead. That was weird as heck, but that was awesome. And yeah, let's just say I was outside and there was like a helicopter flying over with its spotlight on, and in the distance I could see like someone with a flashlight walking around. So that was pretty creepy. But again, nothing happened, fortunately. So, yeah. Okay. Hope that answers your questions, Old Main Productions. What could I wish I could change on the CSX roster? I respect the way Joe Hendricks, or whatever his name is, the CEO, is doing the heritage units. I do wish, though, they were fully painted. I'm sure a lot of people feel that way, but I do respect the way they did that. But that's not as important to me as bringing back some of the old power. Like someone said earlier, rebuilding the AC6000s. I wish CSX did that. I do like they're rebuilding the Max. That's good. But I wish they at least try to keep some of the Dash 8s, Dash 9s. The other thing is, once all the YN2 engines are repainted or rebuilt and all that, I do hope CSX at least makes a YN2 heritage unit. I have a feeling they're going to, but that would be awesome. Do you ever run at Cherry? Oh, okay, wait, I'm going out of order. Um, Favorite country band, DMV Geek. I think you know this one. It's Zach Brown Band. But I do like a lot of country music. Do you ever rail fan at Cherry Run? Good question. I love Cherry Run. Love it. I have only been there, I think, twice. It's kind of far from where I am, but boy, is it awesome. I need to go there in summer because the only times I've gone there are in the winter and like early spring, like in March when it was really cold. I really, really, really need to go there again because I love Cherry Run. Atlantic Coastline Media. Did I miss? In October 2015, I was out in the yard. I just finished splitting up the scrap for 2 hours into. What? What is that? Anyways, have you ever had car trouble while chasing trains? Ooh. Um. I mean, I'm not gonna say what car I drive. It's It's not terribly. I mean, it's old-ish. I guess the answer is yes. Because I did actually once. I once kind of sideswiped my car into a fire hydrant. Don't know how I did that. Fortunately, it didn't explode and it only caused minimal damage ish, although the right door is kind of a mess. But other than that, oh, come on, ACL Media. Okay, fine. Yeah, I drive a Chevy Equinox. Um, but anyways, yeah. Other than that, I haven't had like legit car trouble, like flat tires. Never experienced a flat tire. I've had like air pressure, but like I haven't had engine issues. Haven't had any of that. Oh, you know what? No, I did have engine issues once because my car was sitting out in the cold in a while, and actually the battery wouldn't start. The battery died because of how cold it was, and I actually had to call the campus police to get it jump started. And then after that, I found out that the MISC was running, and I had never caught the MISC before on the Bessemer. So that was my reward because I had to drive it after that because I wanted the battery to, you know, preserve a little bit because you gotta drive it to charge the battery. So, anyways, what's my favorite heritage for Norfolk Southern? I actually am gonna have to agree with Sam. The Virginian is my favorite. Um, but it is one of my many favorites. I really like the Lackawanna as well. But yeah, the my favorite ace is probably the Virginia or Central Railroad of New Jersey. I like that one as well. My favorite G though is honestly Lehigh Valley. Don't worry, Rodney Kontorsky. It is not the Pennsy. I do like the Pennsy, um, but yeah. And actually though, Rodney, my least favorite is the Penn Central. So, but anyways, yeah, I do like the Virginian and Lehigh Valley. Those are my two favorites. Oh, Daubs! Oh, Old Man Productions, don't remind me of that. But that wasn't the Equinox. So, yeah, let's just say I ran into a fence with another vehicle at Daubs Road Crossing a few weeks ago or a few months ago. And B&H Productions, yeah, I do remember that you crashed your car in the snow. I'm sorry that happened, but I'm glad you were okay. Um, Cherry Run's cool because the CSX, yes, and CSX has the Okay, oh my gosh, there's so many questions. I'm trying to get to them all, guys, I promise. Um what was I gonna say? Yeah, I like that Cherry Run has the CSX West sub, X Western Maryland, and the Cumberland sub. Do I have any mascot stuffed animals? I do actually. I have a few. Here is one of them. This is Rocky, which is Slippery Rock University's mascot. Rocky in real life is awesome as well. I have Poe, which is the Ravens mascot, as well. I don't have that with me right now, but yeah, I have a few. Okay, what's the longest train I've seen? So I don't know if you watched my end of the year special video for 2024, but it was number 7 in the compilation. It was Norfolk Southern 39G that I caught on the Pittsburgh line, and it had 5 engines total, 980 axles, and 238 cars. That is the longest train I have seen, and that had a cool lash up because the original NS Heritage unit 8114 was leading, followed by an SD70M-2, which is probably in storage now, and then a high hood Jeep. So that was cool. Did I see the video of the rail fan crashing his car? Oh, yeah, I did. ACL Media. Yeah, so many people. That's the thing. Like, I chase trains a lot, but, like, I haven't crashed my car aside from the fire hydrant incident. Like, I understand like people are trying to get place to place for trains, but like you got to at least pay attention on the roads, you know? Like it scares me that people are that crazy about trains that they don't pay attention to other people's safety. Like that is a big problem. Least favorite sports teams. Well, I don't like the Steelers, but I don't hate. I actually kind of respect the Steelers. I was tired of them beating the Ravens. Can't stand the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't like the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Boston Bruins, and New York Rangers. But my least favorite sports team has to be the New York Yankees. Absolutely hate them, especially as an Orioles fan. And I was laughing so hard when they lost the World Series the way they did. Do I know Rue Rider? I do not. Do I even like CSX 9s? I love CSX's 9s, especially the ones that are in YM2 and the ones with the low ditch lights. Who said, hey, hey, Poe on top? Yes, Jordan. Poe on top. That is right. Hopefully the Ravens beat the Bills on Sunday and go to the AFC Championship game. I'm really hoping for that. Have I seen any UP Heritage units, Sam? Yes, I've seen two of them. I have seen the Katy 1988, which trailed. I know like a year or two later it led, I think, 13Z on the Hagerstown district. Really wanted to see that, but it was a Sunday. And a little bit about myself. I'm a Christian, so I go to church on Sundays. That's why I missed it. And then the other one is UP 1982, the Mopac. That one I did get to see leading on the Newcastle sub, actually. It led B520, which is an empty pipe train that runs from Salem, Illinois. Well, it interchanges with Union Pacific onto CSX in Salem, Illinois, and then goes to Newcastle, Pennsylvania. That was back in 2023 when I called that. When will I be back in the Baden area to catch trains? Well, Blaine, I mean, if I am to be free at all, it will be like any weekend. My end of the year special, or my 1,000 subscriber special, might be the 25th of January, and I don't know where I'm going to go yet, but it will be somewhere in the Pittsburgh area. Okay, 280 cars, Blaine. My goodness gracious. Gundomator. Do I prefer DC or AC locomotives? Ooh, that's a good question. That is a good question. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just like thinking about which one's DC, which one's AC. Like I know AC is more reliable. You know, like the ES44 AC. That's probably like the most reliable engine right now. SD70 Ace. You know, all that. But honestly, I prefer catching DC. Especially when it comes to when it comes to GE, I like ES40 DCs a lot because they're like the old school GEVOs. And I was born in 2003, and that is when CSX started building them and releasing them. So ES40 DCs are as old as I am. And they also sound really good when notched up, like the chugging and all that. And they have steel bells, and they have, or a lot of them have first or narrow font / first generation. I don't know exactly what it's called, K5HLs. I mean, I like all DC GEVOs, but CSX is 100% of the coolest. And then EMD, like old EMDs, those are DC traction for the most part. So, except for like SD38 ACs and stuff like that. But yeah, I like both of them, but I think if I had to choose one, it'd probably be DC traction actually. But I know that AC traction is way more reliable for the most part. Caps are even at 0. Go Capitals. Why won't BNSF rebuild all their Dash 9s? Well, it's funny you say that because they're actually sending some of their Dash 9s to other railroads for them to rebuild it. For example, Norfolk Southern has some of BNSF's former Dash 9s, and they are now AC44C6Ms. Who loves the EMDs? Oh, the Met guy. I love EMDs. And yes, Railfan Caleb, yeah, can't stand the Chiefs. I hate them. Do I like furries? No, I do not like furries. We're not going to get into that, but I do not like furries. Can BNSF ever preserve a fake bonnet Dash 9? Well, hopefully they restore actual like legitimate war bonnets, like in the 600s. Why are BNSF Dash 9 H1s so rare? Well, I don't think they're that rare for like out west, but definitely out here they're very rare. I've only seen one in like the PA Maryland area, and it was actually leading. It was 997. I caught that leading G111 back in 2022, and that was actually one of the locomotives involved in the Kismet train derailment a few decades ago. So, You see 1988, 1982. That's awesome. Have I seen the Southwest Airlines Hawaii plane? Did I? I don't know. I don't think so. Going to BNSF trip soon. I did once. Sorry, I'm just reading comment to comment. I actually did back in 2021. What's my favorite anime? I don't watch anime. An ES40 DC broke down 2 days ago on the Metropolitan sub. Doesn't surprise me. The shortest train I've seen. I mean, you know what, B&H Productions. I'm just gonna go with like my shortest class 1 catch, like the most ridiculous train. I've seen a lot of like short trains, but the shortest like legit road train I've ever seen it was actually in May of last year, 2024. There was a M331 that took the old main line with 3 locomotives and a total of 9 cars. It was kind of pathetic. DMVF, you actually chased it with me. What's my favorite EMD model? Do I really have to choose one? Well, I'm going to be honest. First of all, I prefer like the straight EMDs over like the dash threes or standard cap. Anything standard cap. I'm not a really big fan of the SpongeBob cabs. I mean, SD40 dash threes I'm okay with, but I mean, geez, I really like Jeeps. I really like the SDs. I prefer 38s over 40s because the non-turbo, just because it sounds better. I don't know. I do like my SD70s as well. SD50s, SD60s, SD70s. I know they were not the most reliable, the 50s and 60s, but I don't really care about that. I don't work for the railroad. I just catch trains. But I think if I had to choose any, and yes, this is going to be biased because I love this railroad so much, I think the SD38 is probably my favorite EMD. Because I like 6-axle EMDs more than 4-axle. But like it's still a 38, so it's charged up. SD35s are cool too. Basically any non-turbo SD variant EMD with a 645 prime mover. So that's your answer there. Jeeps, DMVF, it's spelled with a G, not a J. 28 feet with 2 locomotives and 1. That's pathetic. Are you getting snow? Well, I'm not. I'm actually in Pennsylvania right now. We did have snow earlier. I had a live stream a few days ago. But in Pennsylvania, give me a second. You can see there's snow on the ground here. It's a good few inches. It actually snowed on my way up here. You gotta go? Alright, take care of the Met guy. Have a good night. Thanks for joining. I catch cool planes time to time. It was snowing like mad in Berkeley Springs. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, that was probably when was that? Like January 5th, 6th-ish? Southwestern PA getting hammered with yeah, I drove through it actually today. Small town USA. Well, I barely missed it, but I remember crossing. I was on the Pennsylvania Turnpike and was going over the SWP tracks around Somerset, and yeah, lots of snow there. But I can tell you the Turnpike was pretty easy to drive on. What was that? I-79 was a little iffy. Okay. Ooh, my most recent heritage unit. What was it? On CSX, it was CSX. Oh, Pan Am. I got the Pan Am. It was leading a loaded coal train at night. I caught that I don't even know when I caught it. It was like in late December. You still remember when you called the BNLE MISC? Oh, that's pathetic, Blaine. Not your fault, obviously. Ooh, that Buick Regal, good question. So yeah, my most recent heritage unit catch was CSX 1981. The NS heritage unit? Because I might as well answer that too. Lackawanna. Lackawanna was the most recent one I caught on NS. Thoughts on train stalling during the rain? I think it's cool. I mean, it sucks for the crews, but I think it's cool, to witness it, because then, actually watching the process, trying to, get the sand in, trying to, regenerate the locomotives, and then get to see helpers, potentially. I missed out on the one time that it happened recently, or one of the few times it happened recently, with with helpers. Ignore the dog that is barking in the background, by the way. But yeah, I do want to see a helper set at one point. But yeah, trains stalling in the rain. I mean, thinking of the old main line, it's like, well, sometimes you can't really help it, but other times it's like, might mean it's either too much DC locomotive power or it's like, well, CSX, maybe you shouldn't underpower your trains. But the good news is they haven't really done that much anymore. They've actually started to do 3x2 coal trains. I remember like a year ago around this time they were still doing 2x2, and that would happen all the time. It drove me crazy. Um, okay, what's the most locomotives you've seen on one train? Oh, I want to say 8 or 9. I can't really remember what the train was. I know I've seen 8 a few times. Like I think actually I caught at Cherry Run. I think I caught a Q371 back when the symbols were Q with 8 engines. I've seen 9. I don't know. I'll have to look back at my catches for that one. Um, what happened to Medium Clear Productions? Well, with me being in college all the time, I just really haven't seen him much. And he's down in like the Virginia area for most of the time, so that's kind of what happened there. What is my favorite Buick model? I'm glad you asked. Well, considering I have been in, well, I'm gonna answer this like from the sedans because like I've only been in 3 of them. The LeSabre. Do I go with the LeSabre, the Regal, or oh my gosh, I don't know car. What's it called? The Century. This is a tough one because, well, the LeSabre is nice because it's fast. I really like that. The Century, I feel like was the most comfortable, and the steering of the Regal is interesting, but like I like how big it is. So like each one of them have like its own quirks and features. This is a old main guy live stream Q&A. But anyways, gosh, this is so tough. You know what? I'm gonna go with the LeSabre because I just remember. I mean, it was almost as comfortable as a Century, but I just like how fast it is. I like fast cars, so I think the LeSabre to me barely edges out the other ones. I would say the LeSabre is a little bit better than the Century. That's a little bit better than the Regal. Did I ever catch Monon? Yes, but not on the old main line. I actually got Monon back actually almost a year ago. Now that it's January of 25. I caught it in January 24 at night, not too far from where I am right now in Lowellville, Ohio, on the Newcastle sub. It and the New York Central Heritage units were paired together on M216. Buffalo Sabre, no. Do you have the AvGeek? I'm talking about the Buick LeSabre. It's a type of car that I really like. And yes, Old Man Productions, yeah. It's just I don't know. I just prefer it a little bit more. But yeah, good questions. Monon, yeah. Like I keep missing it. It was on the coal rotation. I just every time it went through, I was either just not free or it was trailing. I'm like, eh. That's the thing. I will admit, like I'm one of those trailing is failing people in rail fanning, and maybe I shouldn't be like that as much. But I've regretted that decision a few times. But it's all right. Show the dog. Okay. I mean, I guess only if she's right there though. I don't see her, so maybe she'll come up, but that will happen. Do I prefer eastbounds? Ooh, good question. Eastbounds or westbounds in the old main? Well, that's really subjective. I'll give you a subjective answer because, um, who? Because I really like. I mean, it really depends on where I go. Because like generally, I think I'm gonna say eastbounds. Especially well, I will say eastbounds are a lot easier to chase because you've got that steep grade of Mount Airy. And yes, while westbounds go up at the other direction, um, they are like from once they get to Mount Airy, it's like really hard to chase. So you have to spread out your shots a little bit more. Like Old Mill Bottom Road's good. But then there are some spots that are like better for westbounds and eastbounds, like Hoods Mill Road and 97, way better for westbounds. The lighting's usually better, more of an S curve. And then Morgan Road, good for both because like you got the S curve going east, and then the long straightaway going west. Woodstock, I think Woodstock's better for westbounds, but it's good anyway. So I don't know. It's really tough. I like both east and westbounds on the old main, but I think eastbounds, in terms of like chase worthy, eastbounds is probably better. But in terms of like spots, I think westbounds might win a little bit. Okay, how many trains on the Old Main in a day? It really depends because like we got almost pretty much all local trains that go to Baltimore. Although with the Howard Street Tunnel project coming up, that could change. Um, yeah, okay. Old Main Productions actually answered it. 7 to 12 an hour. Yeah, there's some days when it's like dead, and then there's like one or two during the day, and then there's other days like I think a few days ago there was like 7 trains during the day on the Old Main. Like that will happen. Like so, it just so happens when the crews line up everything like and sometimes or dispatch because like they could line westbounds on the cap, they can line them on the Old Main, doesn't like depends. It really depends. That's the thing about rail thinning that makes it fun. um okay, a lot of questions. What's my favorite food based on texture based on just texture? Do I really have to choose one? I mean, I really like the texture of ice cream, so I'll give you that. Based on texture alone, they're like I don't know. I like mac and cheese's texture personally. I like the creaminess of it. It's kind of like how ice cream is. Um, who's winning in football this weekend? My predictions are going to be that the Chiefs will sadly beat the Texans, even though I don't want them to. I think the Lions will beat the Commanders, although I don't care who wins. I like both those teams. I think the Eagles will beat the Rams, although I expect that to be a close one. And then I do think that my Baltimore Ravens will defeat the Buffalo Bills, but who knows about that one because the Bills haven't even lost at home yet. Have I ever gone to Frederick Junction? I went twice, I think. I've gotten a few trains there. I do like that spot. I need to go back. Love that spot for Mark and CSX. Best and worst. Oh boy, best and worst experiences chasing a Class One. Well, I can tell you what my best was. It was back in March. I chased the Virginian Heritage Unit, leading 15M. Oh, there's a dog. There's the dog. Um, that was on the NS Youngstown line from Ashtabula, Ohio to New Brighton, Pennsylvania. Chased it in 17 different spots. Got a whole lot of variety. And it was just me and another friend basically the whole time. It was outstanding. That was my best experience. My worst experience. Um. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of a time when like I feel like I was chasing something and then like the train stopped and I couldn't see it anymore. I don't even know. I'll have to come back to that one. I can't really think of the worst experience for that. Do I have any plans on catching the wheeling around Rook? I haven't seen the wheeling in a long time. I would like to catch again. Okay, this dog needs to be quiet because this is definitely interrupting my stream. Do I watch Virtual Riffing? Yes, I actually do. But I only watch it to look for train updates. Like the Cumberland Cam, I watch that one a lot. I watch Deschler a good amount when we have like unit trains, and then if I'm out for Norfolk Southern, I usually watch the Horseshoe Curve cam, and actually now they have the Johnstown cam as well. And then I also use Railstream a few times, like occasionally, like I will go on the Java Junction, Shenandoah Junction cam. I only have the free version. I don't have the engineer version. I didn't pay for it. I don't feel like paying for it. Stupid subscriptions, but yeah, I catch that. I watch that. I watch the new Galilee cam as well. For Norfolk Southern. This dog needs to be quiet. Woo, 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 woo. Like, shut up. Shut up. Shut up! Anyways, so that answers, I hope that answers that question. Stroud, no! You know what? Anyways, okay, dog. Thoughts on Brandon Hyde? Okay, we're talking Orioles. Real guy? See, I feel like Brandon Hyde gets too much hate for the Orioles, because like, oh, Hyde's only the guy that gets us there. He's not going to win. It's like, I honestly think Brandon Hyde's done a great job. I like the way he runs the team. Sometimes his decisions, look a little sketchy, but it's right more often than not. I think he gives the Orioles a great culture, and I would love if he can be the guy that leads us to the promised land in terms of management. How long have you gone without feeling the addiction? Oh, talking about the train addiction. I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, I don't do drugs. I'm actually good at not doing any of that. I don't know. For me, it depends. It depends on my mood. Because, like, there'll be times where I, like, catch a lot of trains, at a time and be like, okay, I'm burnt out now. I need to take a break. Or it's like, man, I am train deprived, It really depends. Like, as I've gotten older, I think I've gotten less and less I've been able to go longer and longer. But at a certain time, it's like, yeah, I kind of want to go back out again. That's usually when I just need a break from life. So I would say up to like 2 to 3 weeks, I can probably go without catching a train. Have you ever caught a defect detector catching a defect? Yes. Not like in person, but like we have the Potomac Valley Rail Cam or Rail Cam. Potomac Valley Railroad. It is you can look it up on the app Scanner Radio, and you can listen to like the trains calling out around the area. Potomac Valley Railroad is the one based out of like Brunswick, so you can hear trains on CSX's Met, Cumberland sub, Old Main Line sub, a little bit of the West sub, Lurgan sub, and then a little bit of NS as well. And actually, a few nights ago, I heard the 58.9 defect detector on the Old Main, which is near Adamstown, around Doubs. There was a defect. I think one of the trains had a hot wheel or something, or engine shut off. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, thoughts on Spencer Carberry? Spencer Carberry is the Washington Capitals head coach. He has done an awesome job rebuilding this team. The Capitals are going to win a Stanley Cup with him. I am calling it. I think he's awesome. I love the Johnstown cam. Yeah, so do I. That one's nice. I'm glad they added that one there. The other cam that I watch is Crescent, which I need a rail fan there. I've never gone to Crescent or Galitzin or any of that. I've been to Horseshoe Curve and been to Altoona, but I need to go there more. How can you access the NG camera for free? Um, I don't know. I just can. I never had a problem with it. La Plata. Oh, you know what? Railfan 62. That's actually the first rail cam I found on Virtual Railfan was La Plata. I think actually the the first time I ever watched Virtual Railfan, I think was in. I think I actually was sick from school or something. I was in high school, and I just like wanted to watch train videos on my phone. This is before I even got into the hobby, and I found I don't know like a live rail fanning thing. I guess I was looking it up, and I found La Plata, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of trains that go through there. And then I found out about Ashland, and of course, yeah, here we are from there. How many Spirit units? Okay, good question. Spirit units. So I'm going to stick with CSX here. So I've caught all three Pride and Service, 911, 1776, 3194. I've seen those a whole lot. 3194, I think I've seen the most, but I've seen the other two a lot as well. I have seen Spirit of, I'm thinking of CSX, Spirit of, not Grafton. I've not seen Spirit of Grafton yet. I have seen, oh my gosh, Spirit of Dante. I have seen Spirit of Magnolia. I've seen the Clinchfield emblem. I guess that counts. Spirit of West Virginia, but it was only 7274. I actually saw it lead its first train. That was kind of cool. I've seen the Spirit of Ravenna, 3440, a good amount. I think I've seen a lot of them. I don't know. So those are the ones. Wait, Omi Productions, you asked the question? Did I miss it? Oh, best and worst experiences chasing a class 1. I might as well answer that. So I hope that answers some of your questions. There's some NS ones I've seen too, like 911. I've seen NS 911 as well. I've seen it leading actually, which was fun. And I've seen Moving the Weight of the World 4822 as well. Worst class 1 experience. Worst class. I can tell you a worst non-class 1 experience. That's happened a lot more times. Worst class 1 chasing experience. Oh, you know what? I know what it was, and it was fine. I was trying to chase the Atlantic Coastline Heritage Unit in a thunderstorm, and yeah, that didn't end it well. I just missed it. Completely missed it, but it was all good. I got it once. How did you get the nickname Streaker from Old Main Productions? Oh gosh. Well, I mentioned I sometimes drive a little fast, and you know, and there were a few times that I drove so fast that I left some streak marks into the road. So there you go, Streaker. All right, see ya, Sam. Have a good night. Columbus, Ohio. What are you talking about? Real Spirit Unit. Oh, I don't know. BH Productions. I don't know. What you're, oh yeah, 3194. That's a Real Spirit Unit. Did you know that 823 is the spirit of Columbus? Oh, yes. Blaine, I did know that. I've also, well, I guess from there, I saw 867 Spirit of Jenny. Haha, 8675309. That's kind of funny. Um, there's another one I saw. Like, I've seen some other sticker units, like the Western Maryland emblem. I said Georgia emblem. I saw that one. I saw the Nashville, Chattanooga, St. Louis sticker unit before that got rebuilt. I know those aren't spirit units, but like it's kind of the same thing. Oh my gosh, I forgot about 4568 because that counts sort of. I mean, it's a special unit, special interest unit. That's not heritage. Um, I mean, yeah, I love the Operation Lifesaver. I've also caught the one on Amtrak, 203. Oh, I know that's not what Shrieker usually means, but I gotta keep this PG, all right? If you could have any car slash truck to rail fan and drive around normally, what vehicle and why? Well, I'm gonna base this off my experiences. So like I do like the Equinox that I have right now, but I'm assuming you're saying aside from the Equinox. So um I like I like trucks. I like I tend to like bigger vehicles over smaller vehicles. Um like if I had to get a truck, it would probably be and it would probably be like, I don't know, either a Silverado or or like an F-150 or something, or maybe even a Toyota truck, like a Tundra or Tacoma. Toyota trucks last forever. Sorry Honda fans, but I do not like the Ridgeline. I don't think that's a real truck. Um, oh, I was gonna say something about that. Oh yeah, older trucks, not the newer trucks. Older trucks. Gray 1500, yeah, that sounds cool too. And oh yeah, no Dodge. No Dodges. Dodge is not good. Okay? It's just not. Yeah, the dogs finally shut up. Thank goodness. Um so yeah, I do like trucks, but I think if I had to get I actually think the car that I would get is a Hyundai Sonata because one of my friends has one of those and he uses them to chase trains and I've ridden in it and it's comfortable. It's luxury-ish somewhat. It's reliable. It's decent in snow. And my gosh, is it good chasing trains. So I think if I had to go with any answer, it would probably be the Hyundai Sonata. Tied at 0 after the first 3194. You've seen the most, yeah. Oh yeah, Railfan Caleb, because it totally wasn't stuck on I-135, I-136 for like 20 straight times in 2022. Yeah, that totally didn't happen. Anyways, any other questions, guys? We got. I don't know how long I'm gonna go this for. I'm already 53 minutes in. I don't want to stop this. But oh, a Buick Park Avenue or Mustang. Yeah, I didn't think about Mustangs at all. Although I'm not one to get anything too luxurious. What do you think about the Buffalo and Pittsburgh Dash 9s? Yeah. I mean, it's cool that they have RS-3L horns for the most part and other decent horns. Okay, I just plugged in my phone, so I hope you can hear me. I did say hour, but I might go a little bit over. Yeah, I miss the EMDs on BNP. However, if you really want to see real BNP these days, you got to go to either Ohio Central or the Maryland Midland because they have the EMDs. So Blaine, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Dash 9s. Also, 1899 is super overrated, and I just wish people stop talking about it because it's not that cool. 1899 is overrated. Ronnie, I am not answering that question about. I'm not gonna get into politics. What's my thoughts on Kamala Harris? Not gonna get political on this. Sorry. I know I said like ask me anything, but not gonna get political here. What's my favorite catch of a class 1? Okay. My favorite. So in terms of rarity, we actually talked about it earlier. My favorite class 1 catch ever was that S590 with the KCS Ace and the UP Givo and the military equipment. Main reason is because it took the old main line. That's at least my favorite CSX train. My favorite NS train probably would have to be back in 2022. I caught a crazy lash up on What was I gonna say? On Norfolk Southern in Ohio, it was symbol was 26E, which is now 28M. It had the Central of Georgia leading, followed by a Union Pacific SD-70 Ace, followed by the original NS Heritage unit. That was like insane. That was pretty sweet. So those are probably my two favorite Class 1 catches right there. Favorite restaurants? I'm just gonna, because there's a lot of questions, I'm gonna give you my favorite restaurant. That would be Red Robin. Yum. Love Red Robin's got a lot of really cool, a lot of really good variety of food. You can get like bottomless fries, milkshakes, desserts are great, and it's gluten free, so that's great. Service is also really good. My favorite of a non-class one, I have a lot of answers, but I think the number one would be back in 2022. 2022, I saw a lot of crazy stuff. Actually, not far from where I am right now, in Grove City, Pennsylvania, I caught the ore train on the Bessemer, powered by all three, at least at the time, all three Bessemer engines, 868, 905, and 862, pulling 150 empties. Of course, 868 is not here anymore, and 905 is. I'm not even going to say what 905 is, but it's back, so yay. And it was like, there was like a foot of snow on the ground, so that was awesome. That was truly incredible. I wish I chased that train, but it's okay. And yeah, B&H Productions, that's true about the horns on those, the Dash 9s. Love that video. Oh my gosh, Caleb, yes, the Bad Boys. I was so glad that I got that and you were with me for that. What's the oldest locomotive you've seen in service? Okay, well, I can give you the very easy answer, but I'm gonna give you the oldest steam and oldest diesel locomotives that I have seen, because I've seen a few steam engines too. Oldest diesel locomotive, I don't remember exactly which one is, but I believe it was the switchers on the Union Railroad. I believe those were built in like the 40s or 50s, probably 50s. I don't know. But anyways, I believe those are my oldest. I know my oldest, the oldest locomotive I saw like on the Class 1 was CSX 8873, which is an SD40-2 ex Pennsylvania Railroad. It's the oldest active SD40-2, built in, I want to say 1966 ish. Yeah, we do need to go back to Red Robin. Oh, favorite food item from Sheets, Ronnie. I like that question. Like that question. My favorite item from Sheets. Oh, I like Sheets too much. I'm gonna be honest. I really like Sheets quesadillas. Um, but I think like my favorite thing to get at Sheets. Okay, I'll do like favorite entree, favorite side, favorite drink. So yeah, my favorite entree probably the quesadilla, either breakfast quesadilla or grilled chicken and cheese quesadilla, whatever. Favorite side, probably I like the app sampler, but I like the curly fries. Can't go wrong with the curly fries. Mac and cheese bites aren't bad, and same with Wisconsin cheese curls. And then cheese curds, not curls. What am I saying? And then my favorite drink is their frozen lemonade. I like that stuff. What's my favorite rail fanning memory adventure? Ooh, okay, great question. My favorite rail fanning memory adventure, class 1 versus non-class 1. So I already told you what my favorite catches of a class 1 and non-class 1 were. But in terms of my favorite memory, we'll start with the class 1. This one, I mean, it. Oh, I didn't even fully answer that one question. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking. The oldest locomotive I've seen still in service was a steam locomotive. It was Strasburg 90. 90, because I haven't seen 475 or 89 or any of those in service moving yet. And I've also seen 1309, but that was built much afterwards. 90 actually turned 100 last year, but she's actually in for an inspection. So I was gonna catch her when she turned 100 years old, but pretty tough to do that when locomotive is not active. Okay, so favorite rail fanning memory, class 1. Yeah, this one's pretty easy. It was back in 2023 when you and I, actually, Old Main Productions, chased the 611 southbound down the valley, Shenandoah Valley. caught in a few spots, got it at a CPL, and we just had a lot of fun. I mean, it took us a while to catch up to the train. We didn't catch up to it until it got to Berryville, but it was all worth it. We got in a few spots, got it over to Trestle, and just honestly, that whole area of the Shenandoah Valley, like around Luray and Shenandoah and Stanley and all that, Berryville, such a nice area. And State Route 340 is like, or not State Route, US 340 is like parallels the tracks the whole way, so it's great. And of course, there are still some N&W CPLs that we need to go see before they are gone. I've seen two of them. I've seen the one at CP Vaughn and the one at CP Warren in Front Royal. But I need to get to more of them. So, yeah, that was my favorite Class 1. Favorite non-Class 1. I gotta think about this one. I'll come back to it. Planning on seeing a DMI printed SD7. I didn't know that was even a thing. Oh boy. Wawa or Sheets? Okay, this is a tough one, guys. This is a tough one. So look, I'll give my honest opinion. So in terms of quality of food, I think Wawa is a little bit better. I think Sheets has and I think Wawa has better like healthy-ish options. Sheets has better fried food though. And yeah, like again, they're both really good, but to me, the thing that it comes down to is service. Because while Wawa's service is pretty decent, I've had good experiences there. Sheets, I've had even better experiences at Sheets, and Sheets has seating. I mean, like, for Wawa, you have to, like, go somewhere to eat or go in your car. Who wants to eat in their car? I don't like to do that. I mean, I'll do it, but whatever. Sheets, you can just sit down and eat. So, until Wawa improves that, I'm actually going to have to give Sheets the slight, and I mean ever so slight, edge. Confirmation on CNO 614's movement to Strasbourg. That will be awesome to see. My opinions on the Unstoppable Train movie. Admittedly, I have not watched the movie yet, but I've known about it. I think it's a cool action movie. I think it's pretty coul. Who loves rail fanning in Cumberland? I've only got rail fanning in Cumberland a few times. I need to do it again. I really like it. Royal Farms has decent chicken. I've never had Royal Farms chicken, but I'm sure it's good. Opinions on Trains Driver 2. Never played that, but I've seen videos of it. Looks cool. So with that, my favorite non-Class 1 chase. Favorite non-Class 1 chase. Or adventure. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I think I have my answer. I could go with a lot, but one of my... again, this might not necessarily just be like number one, but I'm going to say I really like this one. So this was in 2022. And it actually has to do with a wheeling in Lake Erie. I was rail fanning in Connellsville on this day, just to get some fall colors and stuff. Sorry, I just saw the last comment and I'm laughing so hard inside. And I chased wheeling in Lake Erie 617, which is a manifest that goes from Connellsville to Rook Yard, as B&H Productions mentioned earlier. And this train was cool because it had 3 different colored wheeling engines. They were in Notch 8 in a few spots, so that was awesome. And, yeah, so I caught in a few spots. I think the last spot was in Jacobs Creek, crossing over a trestle, which Wheeling Lake Erie has a lot of them. I seriously need to go out for Wheeling Lake Erie again. But, yeah, I thought that was going to be the end of the chase. But I was with a good friend of mine, and we actually ended up riding Pittsburgh's light rail system, a.k.a. the T. Just to get some joy rides in, why not? Anyways, we got up to Castle Shannon, which is one of the stations. I don't know what line it is. I think the red line, but whatever, doesn't matter. Anyways, we get out, and the wheeling tracks are, like, right there. And I was half joking, saying, like, watch 617 show up right now. Literally, like, within seconds, boom, there it is. It was, like, one of the funniest things ever. So I chased the train using a train. That was hilarious. And again, I could give a lot more answers for this one, but I think that was I guess at least one of my funniest rail fanning adventures in a good way. All right, let me look at all these other questions. Justin Tucker loves Royalty Farms. Yes, he does. 614 will be moving to Strasbourg in a few months. Ooh. Ooh, 8100's out now. I love the nickel plate. I got the nickel plate recently. Leading. Thoughts on the Chinese steam whistle? Uh-oh. Guys, I've got to do it. Hang on. I'm gonna flip around my key. Oh please. I'm trying to find it. I can't really find it. Old Maid Productions, can you please tell me the name of that video? Because I need to look that up. I want to look it up. Blaine, did you get the new route? Okay. Anyways. Ottawa has a power play. Okay, hopefully they stop it. The Teenster, welcome. Royal Farms does not need to stop sponsoring Justin Tucker. Stop it. Justin Tucker had that one bad spot, but he's fine now. Oh, you're going to send it? Well, I'm on my phone, so I can't exactly, like, pull it up. That's the problem. Hang on, I'm looking through my phone right now. I apologize. There we go. 38N leading with, another emergency. Interesting. Yeah, I can't find this video of the Chinese steam whistle. Wait, I found it! I found it. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna just turn up the audio here. I found it. Hang on. It's just wait for it. Stupidest whistle I've ever heard. Oh, gotta love the non-American locomotives. I actually have been to Italy and France before, and I caught a few trains there. And they're it sounds like a pig. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Oh, their train horns are ugly. I'm sorry, but America wins there. What do you think would happen to the Bessemer when the steel plant shut down? Well, I don't even want to answer that because I don't know. All I can say is brace for impact and hopefully, just got to hope for the best. But I will say this. If that does happen, whenever the Bessemer does go away, I will say at least I have been able to see a lot of stuff, including that EMD trio, or not, well, of course it's EMD trio. They always have EMDs. The Bessemer trio on the Ore Empties back in 2022. That was actually the day after my birthday, so that was cool. Anyways, you want to hear? Let's listen to the Chinese steam locomotive one more time. First of all, look at this track that it's on. Look how freaking ridiculous that is. Look how terrible the track is. That big. Wait, no, you know what it is? It's Wildflower. It's the Commander's logo. But yeah, as for I forgot something else just popped up in my thoughts. Because we were talking about earlier how the Chiefs, we want them to lose. Well, all I can say is the team I want to beat the Chiefs is this one right here, right now.
It's Dunkin's $5 meal deal.
Anyways, let's go Texans. All right, so let's see. I know I've gone a little bit over an hour. I said it was going to be an hour. I'll tell you what. Since this has been, I don't know. Since we've been going on for a while, I'm not going to end it right now. Y'all have any more questions? I'm glad. Thank you for all the questions today. There's been a whole lot of them. This has been great. I didn't expect to have this much, so very happy about that. Oh, where do I hope to go to in 2025? Oh, okay, wait, hold on. If Taylor Swift wasn't dating that dude in there, the Chiefs would even get that. Agreed, Ronnie. Yeah, I know. I can't stand Travis Kelce. It's just I like Jason. I like his brother, Jason Kelce, but I cannot stand Travis Kelce or the Kansas City Chiefs. They just, I mean, they're good. I know they're good, but like we had the Patriots for like 15, 20 years. Now we have the Chiefs. Like, come on, man. Where do I hope to go to in 2025? Okay, in terms of rail fanning, well, I mean, there are some spots that I want to go to. Like I mentioned on the Pittsburgh line, I'd like to go to like Galitzin Tunnel or um Crescent or something like that. Um, maybe go see some more like different railroads that I haven't seen before. I don't know. Um, am I still in Maryland? So it's kind of weird because right now that at the moment we are. Sorry, I just saw another comment. The moment we're live right now, I'm actually in Pennsylvania, but I'm only gonna be here because I have something going on involving something school related tomorrow, and then I'm gonna go back to Maryland for a few days, and then on Monday I'm going back here for a while. So there's that. The DC United Goals song. Let's listen to it. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's pretty lit. Let's listen. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Please tell me it's the same. Please. Oh, USAA ad. Okay, never mind.
Saving up to 10% when you bundle.
Yeah. DC. DC. Play it 25 seconds. Oh, 0.25 speed. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh, where is it? Playback speed. Oh jeez. Oh gosh. Okay, enough of that. That's annoying. Hit me up if you're gonna go out rail fanning this weekend. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be free this weekend because I have other stuff going on. Sadly, like Saturday and Sunday, I gotta. I'm going to a show on Saturday, and then on Sunday, I'm. Oh, that's not the one. Oops, man. Who cares? You know what it sounds like. So, um. Sorry. And then Sunday I got to pack for school. Yeah, that's not the one. Favorite YouTube poop. Oh gosh. Train related YouTube poops. There's one. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. I'm not gonna name them because they're not necessarily appropriate, but there's a lot on the Polar Express that are really funny. There's a YouTuber named Bosch who makes like really short YouTube poops. I think they're hilarious. Yeah, and then there's some ones that I mustn't share because they're not PG. They would be rated R or something like that. So yeah, but I do like watching YouTube YTPs. Oh, CS188. Anything CS188 makes. And now that I think about it, one of my favorites from him was called the Magic Shroom Bus. Be sure to check that out if you haven't yet. I'm not gonna make any quotes from it, but all I can say is see you very soon. Anyways, good food. Wait, what? Show the dog. Smoke detector. Oh, smoke detector. Like Seymour smoke detector. Like the guy from the fire safety video. Would you be interested in rating your new intro for 2025? Yeah, you can send it to me. I can do that for sure. Opinions on the McRib? Bad. I've had it once. Hated it. Not good. On Christmas Eve many years ago, I emojied the bed. No, ACO media, no, I'm not, no. I am not gonna talk about that one. That one's very bad. But yeah, CS188's great. The Things is another good YouTuber. YouTube PEWP. And then, oh my gosh, I gotta say, the political ones are really funny too. Again, I'm not getting political. I'm not gonna say like who I voted for. Obviously, I'm not gonna get into that. But the one of my favorite ones is Joe Biden debating himself. That one's really funny because he's like, "You're the sucker. You're the loser. No, you're the sucker. You're the loser." I actually once had a dream about that. And it scared the living daylights out of me. So, anyways, Wheel of Faff, Old Man Productions. That's another good one. Wait, Blaine, you work at McDonald's? Didn't know that. ACL, please. No, 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 no. Favorite Bob Ross painting? Good question. That's a legitimate good one. There actually are some at my house. Not this one, another one. I like the ones with like in like the forest with the uh with like the water and all that. No, 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 no. No Whopper ads. No, 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 no. Although I do like the one where it's like burger cheese, burger cheese, burger cheese, burger cheese, burger cheese, burger cheese. But I swear, I'm sorry, I'm going in like 100 miles an hour right now. But like the BK melt, those ads, while they are so annoying, that BK melt actually looks really good. So I don't know. Oh, you did used to work at a McDonald's. Interesting. Well, Blaine, I can tell you it wasn't your fault because the McDonald's here at Slippery Rock sucks. So that's probably why it was bad. All right. So yeah, I said train questions, non-train questions. Are there any other like um questions like because I feel like I've answered a lot of the. Oh, what's the weirdest thing I've seen rail fanning? Okay. Ooh, okay. I've seen a lot of weird. I've seen a lot of weird things in terms of like people. Not trying to judge, but I've seen that. Graffiti. Oh gosh, graffiti. Ten toe, crotch rot, fish glue. There's some other ones I'm not gonna name. Um, Words with fatties. That's a funny one that I've seen a few times. Words with vandals. Oh, and of course Tubby. Gotta love Tubby Express. Oh no, Ronnie. The weirdest thing I've heard on PVR. Oh, it was really bad. Oh, it was really bad. I heard it like a few nights ago. Let's just say the crews were making fun of um DIDDY. That's all I'm gonna say. Um. Anyways. Another weird thing I've seen while rail fanning. Oh, geez. I've seen trains do weird things like park in random like weird spots. Um, I've seen a train tie down right in front of me, and the crew got out and got a lunch break. That was kind of weird in a good way. Um, Another thing that I have heard on PVR that was funny. There was a time actually we were talking a while ago with CSX 420. I think it was leading I-137, and I kid you not, the conductor was like, I-137 locomotive smoke weed engine 420, uh, clear Harper's Ferry or something stupid like that. So trains run over trees. I have seen that happen. The Orange BNSF autorack with the word despair. Yeah. Hope and despair. That would be interesting. What show am I gonna go see? The Teamster. So there is a dinner theater in the Maryland area called Toby's, and it is really cool. You get served dinner, really good food, and then you have a show. They're premiering or not premiering. They are presenting 9 to 5 on Saturday, so that will be cool to see. Show the doggy. The doggy, I'm not gonna go see the doggy. The doggy will have to come to me. Yeah, I didn't mean to mention DIDDY earlier, but I had to be honest. It was really funny. It was a really funny thing that I heard on the scanner, and I'm like, I can't resist, man. Like, y'all are like, mature enough to know what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm not gonna get into that because that's really disgusting. But like, I don't know. I thought it was really funny. Uh, I like these questions. This is funny. Gosh, what's another one? Trying to think of another weird thing I've seen at the tracks. I've seen like other weird graffiti, I've seen like cool graffiti. Like I've seen, there was a time I was at Shed and I saw an autorack train with Squidward on it. Another one, I saw a space shuttle Have I heard of the PSR move on the BMP? I did not hear that. Not hear about that. Favorite train horn? Great question. I'm glad someone asked me. Someone asked me about that. Alex Ovechkin, did he just score a goal? I hope he did. Favorite train horn? I am a big fan of train horns. I'm a musician, so like I like hearing the sounds and stuff and all that. Oh, Scooby Doo and Shaggy, that's hilarious. I've seen. Oh yeah, I've also seen the Flintstones. Now that you mention that, it's kind of similar cartoon. Favorite train horn? I really like. I'll start with the Nathan horns. You like the pig horn? That's a whistle. RS3K on 559. Yes, Rail and Caleb. That was probably the rarest horn I've ever heard. I absolutely also like in terms of standard horns, like I like the P5s a lot. Those are awesome. I like K5Hs a lot. Um, I also like the K5 LLA on the Aces and other engines. I like that BMP 5020 that's on the Maryland Midland has a really nice K5 LLA. But I'm gonna be honest, I think one of my favorite trade horns that I've heard is actually the K5HLB. CSX 5284 and 5288 have it, and I've seen them a few times leading. Those train horns are awesome. But I think if I had to go with like my all-time favorite, I mean, this is probably going to be a very like popular take, but it's the RS5T. Can never go wrong with that. Especially like the ones that the 3194 has a great one, and like the old Jeeps and stuff. Like I think the Seaboard RS5T. I don't think anything beats that. So there you have it. But I like a lot of train horns. But I think the funniest train horn I've heard, and this kind of goes with Olman Productions' recent comment, CSX 386. If you ever see that locomotive leading, yeah, or you hear about it leading in the area and you can go for it, just do yourself a favor. Cause yeah, it's interesting. Double take. Oh, what do you mean it had to do with double take? Oh, something happened, I guess. RS3K. Oh gosh, there's so much that's happening. Wee. Okay, they combined BTNC and PW2. Oh, that's ridiculous. Read your comment. Where is your comment? Your comment got retracted. I can't read it. Raphael and Caleb, yeah. The P5, P3, I do like P3s, RS5T, K5H, K5L. Yeah, like anything old school is good too. That's the thing. RS5T, K5H, K5L. I also like, honestly, I really like a Chessie era K5LA too. Like those. Oh yeah, Maryland Midland 2061 has one. Which, by the way, that is in Butler, getting some work done on it. Thoughts on Seinfeld? I do like Seinfeld. Yeah. I've watched a few episodes of it, and again, I'm not like the biggest show person, but yeah, I can watch Seinfeld for a few hours, not get bored of it. I do like it. The Penguins of Madagascar video on Instagram. I am not answering that question. Um, do you miss BMP's 2002's RS5T? I've never seen that engine, so I wouldn't know. I think Homemade Production saw it though, maybe. Jared, now, oh, we've got Jake in here, the other Jake. Oh, it's the sound that the conductor made in the YouTube poop. Oh, favorite sports jersey that you own? It's so hard. I mean, I really like my Alex Ovechkin sweater. I have a Lamar Jackson jersey. I have a few Orioles jerseys. I think my favorite, probably the Ovechkin jersey, just because it's, I don't know, I really like it. The K5Hs on the dash 8, exactly. Like, what is this? I don't know. This is fun. I can keep going. I don't really care. Jeez Louise. I'm trying to see if I missed any questions. Isn't there's some dude that loves the BMP? Oh gosh. I don't know, Ronnie, but whoever it is, that is, I mean, I'm not here to judge, but just depending on who it is, that's a problem. I know a lot of the BNP foamers have done some stupid stuff like crash their cars. Talked about that earlier in the stream. Like, Can't stand when people do that. People like take, never give, you know. And then and people just these same people just don't treat people with respect. Like, come on. Like, it's sad that the rail fanning community has drama. Like, it shouldn't really be the thing. Favorite of all paint schemes. I don't think you did ask that. Favorite paint scheme ever. I mean, okay, I'll do this. Well, I don't know. I like CS6's YN2. Norfolk Southern's boring. Union Pacific, I like the big shield, flag on the side, shield in the middle. Like the AC-44s that look like that. I think my favorite scheme though is either KCS or Ferromex. I really like those. KCS Grey Ghost is great. That's probably like up there more, but like I do like the Southern Belle. So I think I've had to pick one. I think the KCS Southern Belle scheme probably one of my favorites. Yeah, this B729. Hopefully it isn't a week run. That would be awesome. There was a WMYP derailment. When did that happen? I guess I'm living under a rock. The GMTX scheme, is that the blue and white scheme, Blaine? Because if so, big thumbs up for that one. Flag? When would I say flag? Wait, why am I seeing a picture of a fox or a chair? Oh, no. No, Atlantic Coastline, stop. I don't know. Orioles World Series, hopefully. Yeah, they should send... You know what they need to do, Caleb? They need to put them together. Put a KCS and Ferromex ace, slap them on an ethanol, boom. And don't put any stupid CSX on it either. Unless it's like 45, 68, 47, 20, or I don't even know. Yeah, GATX, yeah, so Blaine, I do like that. Oh, Ronnie, yes, the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic. Yeah, I heard about that. And, yeah, they derailed the North Pole train. So I heard from a friend that there was like a AI generated voice inside that was like, "You made it to the North Pole," and then the train crashed. They tipped on their side, and everyone's like screaming, and the voice kept repeating, "You have made it to the North Pole!" Ah! It's one of the funniest things, and fortunately, nobody really got injured, so that's good. Sucks that it happened. I know that railroad has Alcos, so yeah. But I'm glad everyone was okay, and it was just a freak accident. You like the new the FEC scheme? Yeah, those are nice. Ferromex and KCS trailing on CSX. Well, oh my gosh, that's right. In December. Oh yeah, you did catch that. Yeah, I caught M370 with a KCS leading and a Ferromex DPU in Monaca. I did see that. Oh yeah, DMV. That's another one. That is is the Pope. ACL Media. I do not have that video. I just found that out. Thoughts on Ohio? Skippity Ohio. It doesn't exist, first of all. But in all seriousness, in terms of rail fanning, Ohio is great. Conneaut, Bessemer's up there. CSX. What's the line up there? Erie West Sub, NS Lake Erie District. The Fort Wayne line, the Bayard River line, all that. Ohio Central's in there. Just make sure you stay at least 30 feet from the tracks or they're going to yell at you. But I don't blame the crews for that because people have been stupid around the trains. But I'm going to be honest, East Palestine, I know that terrible thing happened to it. It's actually a good place to rail fan. Like, East Palestine's actually a really good one. The North Pole. I don't have a video for the North Pole thing. Oh, yeah, and Columbus is cool too. Unorthodox question, but Kiss, Marry, Kill Class 1 edition. What? Which one would you support and run forever? Which one would you ask? What? Kiss, Marry, or Kill. Okay, Old Main Productions, I understand your question now. Which one you support, run forever? Which one do you act? Which one do you think would be fun to be the head of? Okay. Oh, there's a train on the old main line. Cool. Don't know what that could be. Maybe it's B774, and that means B729 could be going east. Who knows? I doubt it, but maybe. Good question. So, I'm going to be honest. I think, okay, so one that I would marry, one that I would keep would be, honestly, I'd probably say Canadian National. I know I know that like yeah, CN's taking over like the Bessemer and other stuff and the DMAR, but like at least they're keeping it running. And I've heard really good things about Canadian National. They do really good stuff. They have nice power, even though they're rebuilding stuff. Whatever. I don't know. I just haven't. I think I honestly I actually know someone sort of that used to work for CN as an engineer. Atlantic Coastline Productions. If you're in here, you probably know who I'm talking about. And yeah, CN's a great railroad, so I would probably marry CN. Kill Norfolk Southern. I'm sorry, but I know your heritage units are cool, but you're the worst. You're the worst class one right now. Everything you're doing is terrible. I know you have a new CEO, but Alan Shaw, man, that guy's a bum. That guy's a bum. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe NS will get their act together, but yeah, thumbs down. And then which one I would be the head of for a little bit? I would say CSX because I mean I like how CSX is right now. Joe Henricks is doing a good job, and CSX is kind of my childhood. Um, and it's like on the upswing. It would be interesting to like run it just to see what's going on, but it's also the railroad I know the most about. And seeing like all how these symbols are just being weird, like breaking up mixed freights into like different symbols being confusing. If it was up to me being ahead for a little bit, I think I would make a change to that, being like, all right, enough of changing. I would go back to like the good old Q and N E, oh, those like the old symbols, you know what I mean? K. Yeah, I know it makes more sense nowadays, but I don't know. It would be cool to run CSX for a while, because then I'm like, hey, let's send as many trains on the old main line as I want to. So at least I would have power for CSX. Otherwise, I would flip CN and CSX. So there's that. How many times have I seen the AVR? I think like 3 or 4 times. There was a time I caught it accidentally. I was waiting for an Amtrak unit and an AVR extra rolled through, so that was pretty cool. Um, 747. What do you mean plain? Oh, I don't know. Thoughts on the new CSX ID system? Well, it's funny. I was just talking about that. Um, yeah, I actually, and I mean, it's funny. I said like go back to the old ways. I actually like it. I actually like. I mean, I mean, CSX is like a copycat of CN, but it kind of makes sense. Like L does stand for local, M stands for merchandise or manifest. C is cool. I mean, C being coal and E being empty coal is like kind of interesting, but I don't know. I feel like I mean I've been used to it for like last while. At this point, like I feel like the system is a little bit more organized. I like the nostalgia of like the old symbols, but I think the new symbols are cool too. Um, I just wish that they didn't change like every feels like month or less. So see it on top. Yeah, I agree. The SD75Is, absolutely love catching those. Thoughts on the CSX Wheeler 1 unit? Well, 4720. So here's what's funny. In March of 2024, I actually caught 4720 leading a coal train in the town of Dawson, PA. That was on the Keystone sub. If you all haven't been to Dawson yet, I highly recommend checking it out. There's like 5, 6 different crossings. The train's blowing their horn for a while. Speed limit's like 40-ish, and it's a little bit tight if you want to try to get a good shot, but it's a great spot. I really like Dawson. That's why I cut 4720 leading. I absolutely love it. I think like the front looks a little bit more like a Conrail unit, aside from like the yellow lettering in CSX. I think the side of it's the more appealing, but I really like 4720, and I would really like to see it lashed up with 4568. Do I have plans in Railfan to Highland Cut? I don't even know where that is. I know it's on the Fort Wayne line somewhere, but I don't know. I should go there. I'll have to find where it is. What would be my dream lash up? Oh gosh. All right, so I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna like bring some engines out of retirement here, and we're gonna stick with CSX because, yeah. I think the leader would be one of the YN2 SD40-2s or one of the YN2 Jeeps. That would be the lead engine. Yeah, let's put 8482 or 8247 in the lead. I don't care. Second unit can be a let me think. I guess a -9 like all YN2 lash up. I want all YN2. Dash 9, Dash 8, whatever. Both of them could be in there. Throw in another like YN2 Jeep or whatever. Maybe even, I don't know, or a non-rebuilt flared Mac or something. I don't know. Something in the lines of that. That would be awesome. But yeah, I mean, I could go with a lot. I guess in terms of, YN2 SZ80 Mac. Yeah, J&L Rail Productions. Now you mentioned that. Didn't think about that. I never got to see SZ80 Macs. Oh, or an AC6000 CW. Love those. That'd be my CSX lash up. I guess my NS lash up would be a Heritage Trio. Because I've seen many Heritage duos. I would say maybe put Jersey Central or Reading in the lead, because I hadn't seen any of those lead. And then maybe put, I don't know, Southern or Norfolk and Western. Like, yeah, any Heritage Trio with like one of the 4 Heritage units I haven't seen lead yet on NS. Oh, I guess 5 because of 4851, the Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia unit, which, by the way, I think that unit looks awesome. So I would say either the Reading or Jersey Central in the lead, and then 2 other Heritage units that I don't really care. Okay, what am I thinking about the Wheeler unit for UP? I've never heard of it. But it would be cool if Wheeler Walker Jr. had a new Heritage unit. Be advised if you're going to listen to his songs, by the way. I don't know what it is. The Wheeler unit, I don't know what it is. Highland Cut is great, okay? It's 5 minutes from New Galilee. Okay. Oh, it's close. Okay. I think I know where it is now. It's right near, along Interstate 376. Okay, I know that it is. Oh no. Thoughts on 210? Well, here we go, guys. Sorry. 210. Goodness gracious me. Where do I start? Baroness and Davenport, the land whale herself, thinks she has a relationship with a really old Metra EMD locomotive. I don't get it, man. I don't understand. I'm not the one to judge. You do you, Baroness, but jeez Louise. Anyways, yeah. And then there's also a person who's like attracted to a train station. I don't understand, man. It's so funny. Oh gosh, but again, I'm not the one to judge. That's if you want to do that, it's cool. Do you think there's a chance of seeing a Heritage Trio in 2025? Blaine, it's possible. I mean, we've seen Heritage Duos, the most recent being, well, we had on 6263V, we had the Monongahela and the Penzi. And then, of course, in September, we had the Conrail and the Virginian. And then on the OCS, we had Southern and the Virginian. I hope they run more OCSs with some more varieties of lash-ups. Heritage Trio would be very unlikely, but I don't know, maybe. Oh gosh, imagine one on the Bayard on 63V. Everyone would be out. Everyone would be out. That would be crazy. The DDA, that locomotive, like the biggest diesel locomotive. Yeah, maybe that locomotive is awesome. I forgot what the number of it's, like 6939 or something. I don't even know. The Teamster, if you're referring to 210 as that being crazy, yeah. Ronnie, you're going from Detroit, or you're going to Detroit. Oh my goodness. Thanks for joining the stream. I'm glad you enjoyed. Have a safe trip. I know there's probably gonna be lake effect snow up there. Hopefully there's not any snow tomorrow. As far as I'm concerned, there isn't, but thanks for joining, and yeah. I'm gonna let this go, guys, by the way, for 2 hours, or for another 20-ish minutes. Still no score for the Capitals. Wow, okay. Hopefully we at least get a point against Ottawa. Yeah, I'm going to let this go until 9 o'clock. Just give you all a heads up. I was only going to do this for an hour, but it's been a pretty active stream, so I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah, got about another 20 minutes before I'm going to end this. Any more questions, guys? ES40DC or ST70M-2? Ooh, good question. Because I mean, I've seen a lot of both. I mean, here in the Bessemer Lake Erie, we have um M-2s on the ore trains all the time, and it's. I mean, I don't mind them, but it gets a little boring after time. I'm gonna be honest. I actually would have to say ES40DCs because, well, CSXs. Any other railroads, I would say the M-2s, but CSX ES40DCs. I just feel like they're a little bit more old school. The M-2s are decent, but I prefer AC traction aces. It's funny because I talked about how I mentioned I prefer DC traction over AC traction, not in terms of like the SD70s. I prefer the aces over M-2s. I just think they sound better. But yeah, I would say ES40DC beats M-2 by a little bit. Should you bring live streams back? Yeah, of course, Blaine. Why not? You should. You know, maybe a track live stream or something else. I don't know. We gotta give some Old Main lore story times another live stream. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? I just thought of another adventure. Um, JL Rail Production. This is in 2020. Old Main Productions, remember this? So I was hanging out. So there's a equestrian center very close to like Woodbine, Old Main Line. And I was hanging out with a few friends, including Old Main Productions. We had our windows down, just chilling. And he said, "Oh no, oh yeah." And suddenly I like was just listening and I heard what sounded like a train horn. I wasn't sure. Oh, hello, Let's Go Rail Fanning. Glad you made it. So I was like, train! Oh my gosh, we're gonna see a train. So I immediately bolted down the road, and in the process of doing so, I may have driven right through someone's field. So yeah, great job, me. Now we made the train. It was Q372, so that was awesome. But yeah, let's just say I did that. What's the goofiest thing I have done while filming a train? Oh no. Well, aside from killing a snowman a few days ago, there was a time, and this was actually in December. I mentioned, you probably can tell, my favorite Christmas movie is The Polar Express. And for one of my catches, I decided to act as the know-it-all. Like, hey you, hey you know what kind of train this is? Train, you know what kind of train this is? Well, do ya? Anyways, so yeah, there was a video that I posted of me acting like the know-it-all the whole time. Now that's not going to be out until like late May, early June. Just giving you all a heads up, but it's going to be public, so watch out for that. And again, I can name a lot of things, but I think definitely at least recently that was the funniest thing. Rip Snowman. Oh yeah, gone but not forgotten. Let's see. Oh yeah, the video where you fake sneeze. That was kind of funny. The Sykes-2 impression videos. Oh, like this one. It's a loaded coal, everyone. Like my unnecessary censorship. Oh. Or I guess all the other times when Old Man Productions and I made fun of my first video. Did I wear a yellow shirt in a know-it-all video? I don't know. I mean, I know it was cold, so I'm sure I was wearing my black coat, but underneath, I may have been wearing something yellow. I don't know. But, oh gosh. You know what kind of train this is? Well, do ya? You're getting us all in trouble. Oh my gosh. That's such a funny movie. The Polar Express is hilarious because, like, I mean, it's a great movie. I mean, it was, what, 2004, so 21 years. Can't believe that. The thing I love most about the Polar Express, though, is the movie mistakes. Like, especially with the length of train, because, like, generally the train's like 5 cars, but in the scene where the ticket flies away and the eagles fly away with it, and it goes in the snowball, and it goes through the woods, suddenly the like the train becomes like 20 cars and all that. It's really funny. Sounds like Waluigi. Oh yeah, wow, Waluigi time. Yeah. ACL Media, I'm not saying that. Do I plan on getting monetized on YouTube? I do not. I mean, maybe at one point. But I mean, I'm actually not even eligible. Even though I have 1,000 subs, I have a long way to go in terms of getting more views. Have I ever played Scott Joplin? Oh, yeah, because, yeah, I'm a piano player. Yes, I play The Entertainer. I have played some of his ragtime music. Maple Leaf Rag. No, I haven't really played Maple Leaf Rag. That's another one of his most famous ragtime pieces. I have played Pineapple Rag. Yeah, I like ragtime. So, Eagles Eagles. They're gonna win. They should beat the Rams, but I honestly in the NFC, I don't know who's gonna beat the Lions. Honestly, maybe the Commanders will, but I mean the Commanders are good. Like they're clutch. Jaden Daniels is awesome, but like I don't know how you can pick against the Lions right now. At least in the NFC. Oh yeah, where the Eagle baby ate the ticket. Yeah. And then he sneezed it out, and then it ran over the train, and the hobo showed up, and all that. Tom Grossi impression. Do 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 do. I'll do this. I'll do like a reaction. Oh, we're gonna play great, and we're gonna win the game, and we fumbled the ball. Why? Still a great season. Still a great season. We'll be back next year, right? Right? Yeah, and the Wolves. Anyways, yeah, I love Tom Grossi. Okay, let's see. What time is it right now? Man, I can't believe it. It's almost 9 o'clock. Uh-oh, my computer's not turning on. Why is that? Oh, there it goes. Are you planning on getting HO scale? Good question, Blaine. I don't really do modeling. Well, I sort of do. I have. Oh gosh, there's the DC. I do have an O scale train garden at my house, but I haven't really gone into that much. My car. Oh yeah, the Strouds blew up the car. But yeah, I'm not planning on buying any HO scale stuff. But I really like doing that kind of stuff. Or I appreciate the people who put in the time and money and effort and all that. So, what's my favorite type of music to play on piano versus listening to? I like a challenge. So I like playing Beethoven, Mozart, um, Schubert, Chopin, um, Chopin. You know what I mean? Um, if I make a ragtime CD, you would buy it. Ooh, well maybe I should do that. But yeah, there's a wide variety. That's like in terms of the music I like to play. Um, in terms of stuff I like to listen to, though, I like classic rock a lot. You know, like Journey, Boston, Queen, um, Bon Jovi, that kind of stuff. I also like country music a lot. Like, I mentioned Zach Brown Band. I like Alan Jackson, Garth Brooks, etc. Luke Combs, one of my favorite current uh, artists, younger artists. And I like Morgan Wallen a lot. But yeah, I could go on and on. Um, and other music I like to play. I mentioned I am religious. I really like playing sacred music. I also sing. So I've sang in choirs before, doing solos. Sacred music, yeah, that's probably like really up there for me in terms of playing and I guess listening to, especially during the holiday season. Um, Again, that's my own bias, but I am during the holiday season. That's where I really get festive, especially with the Christian music. So, let's see, 868 already. Yeah, I miss 868 in real life. Favorite Bryan Adams song? Well, I do like Summer of '69, but I think Run to You is probably my favorite song of his. It's underrated, and now it's stuck in my head. Thank you very much. Um, but yeah, I do like Bryan Adams. I think Bryan Adams is underrated, personally. Um, okay. Jeez Louise, man. I'll admit I'm a little on the tired side because I had to drive in the snow today, and so I was like hyper focused on the road, so that's why my energy's a little low. But maybe you haven't noticed. I don't know. Um, yeah. Okay, we got about 10 minutes left, so if you have any other questions, still remember how we were both along the 20 others to see. Wait a minute. Oh, when 868 was on what was it? BTRI. I do remember that. Yeah. Who is a better version of Fast Car? Good question. Oh, funny question. My old man productions. I don't know. I would say Luke Combs does, but it's close. I like Tracy Chapman's version as well. Would I rather be 12 inches tall or 12 feet? I'm just thinking. Because, like, I see, I want to say neither. Because, like, I'm literally, like, halfway in between. I'm 5'6", so, like, I don't know. Like, because, like, if I'm 12 feet tall, like, I couldn't fit in most rooms, you know? Whereas in 12 inches tall, I could, like, fit anywhere and hide and all that, whatever. But, like, I But if I'm so small, it's like I'm like an ant size almost. Maybe a little bit bigger, but it's like I don't know. I don't know. If I have to choose one though, I would probably say 12 inches tall, honestly. Yeah, the Triclops. Yep, that was awesome. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, even though 868 being on that train was cool, the fact that 3892 was leading that, I'm actually more glad that was actually the main reason why I wanted to go for it. It was the only time I saw that unit lead. I know it's on Ohio Central now, but yeah. Okay. Favorite musical? Jekyll and Hyde, mainly because I played piano in it my freshman year of high school. That was a lot of fun. It was hard, but it was a lot of fun. Do I play any simulators? Not really. I don't have. I mean, I play Roblox for trains. Um, Caleb would know that, and so would Atlantic Coastline. But I don't play like Train Simulator or Flight Simulator or any of that. Maybe I will though one day. I don't know. I just don't have a lot of free time. Favorite video game? Buick Radio Guy, great question. So I'm a big sports video game, so I like Madden and MLB The Show, NHL, NBA 2K. I still play the Wii. I play Wii Sports Resort. I even have Madden on the Wii and all that, and college football on the Wii. But my favorite non-sports game has got to be GTA. For many reasons. I get to. I mean, obviously, 7 Days to Die. Oh my gosh, I remember that. I mean, I vividly, God, I someone remembered. I remember you playing it. Oh no, that game was cursed with all the glitches. Oh my gosh, the memories. 7 Days to Die. Um, okay. What kind of train games do I play in Roblox? B&H Productions. I like playing Southline District a lot. That's like one of my favorites. I like playing the Northeast Corridor driving game. I like the Strasburg Railroad Last Spike. I like SRI Terminal. There's a Denver and Rio Grande train with steam locomotives. Um, Farming Simulator. That's a good game. Yeah. Favorite Orioles moment? That's easy. 2014 October 3rd, 24 Orioles against the Tigers. Bases loaded, one out. Delman Young game-winning 3-run double. I was actually at the game. Orioles ended up winning that game, and that was the last home win, sadly, that they've had at Camden Yards in the playoffs. Hopefully that changes soon. 2025. This is gonna be the year, right? Right? Anyways, a professor asked me once, "Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100?" Oh, I would. Oh, that's easy. Owen Productions, just one horse-sized duck, because at least it's just one on one rather than 100. Like, no, that's so easy for me. Favorite Thanksgiving food? Oh, okay. So hot take: I prefer ham over turkey. I really like that. I like cranberry sauce. I like mashed potatoes, especially when they're really creamy and all that. And you gotta add gravy. But I think my favorite Thanksgiving food is it's gotta be the sweet potato casserole. Sweet potato, marshmallow, a little bit of maybe like a little bit of pineapple and stuff in there. Um, yeah, that's my favorite. And then I guess my favorite dessert would be pumpkin pie. I love me some pumpkin pie, but I like apple pie, cherry pie, blueberry pie as well. One of the best one that has B&H Productions Holly Subdivision, CN Holly Subdivision. That's that game. I do like that one too. Favorite airline? Southwest. That's pretty easy. Delta is mid. Spirit sucks. I don't know. I've flown on Lufthansa before, and I did get to fly on a 747, but they actually almost screwed up our flights. We had a connecting flight that was late for no reason from Germany, and it caused a lot of people's luggage to get left in Germany for a few weeks. Not mine, thankfully, but a lot of other people's. That was on a Slippery Rock trip. Anyways, favorite football player? Oh gosh. Favorite football player. I mean, of all time? I don't know, man. That's so hard. Favorite quarterback that I've watched in my generation? I mean, I really like Peyton Manning a lot. Both Mannings. I like Breeze. I don't like Aaron Rodgers because he's a jerk. But my favorite Ravens player of all time? Yeah, it could be Lamar Jackson, but he's got to win a ring first. Give me Joe Flacco. Give me Joe Cool, Super Bowl champion, 11 touchdowns, no interceptions in 2012-2013 playoff run. Yeah, give me Joe Flacco. Top 3 Orioles players right now. In no particular order, I have to give it to Gunnar Henderson, Colton Cowser, and I'm probably gonna go Jordan Westberg. I'm a big fan of Jordan Westberg. I feel like he is the guy. Joe, did I say? Oh yeah, Joe. Joe. Oh, we only have 4 more days of Joe. Oops, I made a political reference. Favorite rock song? You know, that's really tough because I like a lot of them. I know one of your favorites is Black Betty. That's a good one. Favorite rock song, the one I could listen to all the time. I would probably say either, well, I got 3. I would say Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. No, not Peace of Mind. What's it called? Foreplay Long Time by Boston, or Hard for Me to Say I'm Sorry / Getaway by Chicago. Top 3 Orioles pitchers: Felix Bautista, Dean Kramer, and I hate walks, Zach Eflin. Sure, I don't care. Although I like Danny Coulomb too because I met him. All right, we got about 3.5 minutes left, guys. I would like going on further, but I actually got to get to bed early because I have a meeting tomorrow. But yeah, last few minute questions before I gotta end the stream. These are great questions, by the way. Make an old mainline tour video. You know, I've always wanted to do that. I just haven't really had the time or any of that. Which Orioles player would you want to see traded? Oh my gosh, I forgot about Grayson Rodriguez. Yeah, Grayson Rodriguez in terms of pitchers. Why did I not think about that? Sorry, my brain's going 100 miles an hour. Grayson Rodriguez is definitely my favorite Orioles pitcher right now. Which player would I like to see traded? So, I don't really want to see any of them go. But if there's one I'm looking at right now that I feel like we could get someone good out of him. And look, I like this guy, but I would probably say Ryan Mountcastle. Because yes, Mountie is a beast. He is great at first base. The left field wall, though, sucks. I would say, but I think we can get a good pitcher from there's Luis Castillo. Here's a Mariners pitcher who's really good. I think if we trade him and someone else, hopefully not someone else good, someone else too good, maybe a draft pick to get Castillo, I'm all for it. But I like Ryan Mountcastle, so I would be a little sad to see him go too because he's awesome. But I like Mountie a lot. Okay. What's the most overrated old mainline spot? And underrated. So this is tough because there's some my opinion on this has changed over the years. I think the most overrated spot. Oh, I know the most underrated spot. Most overrated, I would honestly say, is downtown Sykesville, because I mean at night it's great for shots, but during the daytime, literally right at the crossing, yeah, you've got the station and all that, but I don't know. I just feel like it's. I mean, I like it, but it's I feel like it's a little overhyped. There's spots that are better. Most underrated spot is actually really close to there, Gaither Road, because Gaither Road is uphill for westbounds. You have a lot of room at Gaither, eastbounds and westbounds. There's an S curve for the westbounds. Lighting is good both ways, depending on the time of day, and I just feel like not enough people go to Gaither Road to catch trains. So, yeah, that's my answer there. All right, I probably have time for 1 or 2 more questions. Then I gotta end it. So let's see. What other questions do we have tonight? By the way, if I ever missed any questions during the stream, I sincerely apologize. I don't think I did, but if I did, very sorry about that. There's just other questions. Fast trains or trucking? Good question. It depends on my mood. I would say in terms of like watching, I would say fast trains because like that's pretty cool. I like watching trains at high speed, but I would say in terms of like video quality, um, yeah, I would say chugging trains because like then they're working harder, and especially like from a stop, that is awesome. I love watching trains from a stop. Okay, last question. Green Valley. I'm assuming Green Valley Road is that around Monrovia? I think because there's that private cross. Is it? I think it's like a private crossing in Monrovia. If that's what you're talking about. Because if so, yes, I have been to Monrovia. That's a cool spot too. Eastbounds and westbounds. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question. I'll give you like another, I don't know, a few seconds to go back to me. Okay, this is my last question. What is your favorite railfitting spot at school compared to at home? Well, so at home, I say like my number one favorite because like, oh, and kind of either Adventure Park USA, Teamster, yes, yeah, that's Monrovia, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is my last question. Favorite railfitting spot at school? So I would say, I mean, I like a lot of them, but in terms of like just going to one spot to catch trains, it would be Homestead. By the way, that might be where I end up going for my 1,000 subscriber special. Might be. Keyword might. Um, but yeah, Homestead is definitely my favorite just because there's so much that goes on. So many trains. Oh, something else just happened. All right, good night. Thank you for watching. The Bugle Regal. Something just happened on my phone. I don't know what happened there. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, you can catch 3 lines at one. Well, it's 2 lines at once, but still, it's awesome. Wait, you've been to Homestead, Teenster? It's amazing. So there's Homestead, and then for CS or for my area, I would probably say Point of Rocks is always a good spot. Shenandoah Junction because you get NS and CSX. Cherry Run. But yeah, I would say out of those few, I think like from that's really cool. That's awesome. I would say like comparing Homestead to there, I think Homestead wins just because there's so much more. Like a I would say a busy day at Shen is kind of a dead to midday there. Oh, that's right, the Teamster, because I forgot the P&W sub. But the only trains that take the P&W sub it's literally the capital. Well, I guess now the Floridian Amtrak. That's the only train that takes that line. Other than that, it's just the Mon line and Pittsburgh sub for CSX and NS. So yeah, but yeah, I think Homestead, in terms of like just going places to catch a lot of trains, it's probably my favorite because they have CSX and NS. Like Horseshoe Curve's amazing because there's a lot of NS, but then you don't have the CSX along with it. So, anyways, guys, that's all I have for this live stream. Thank you all for joining. I can't believe it went over 2 hours. And yes, rest in peace, Harvey. And Olin Productions, thank you. And thank you for everyone for joining. You'll have a great night. And I'll send more details regarding my 1,000 subscriber special soon. But for now, thank you all. Have a great night. And yeah, this is the Old Man Guy signing off. And this concludes the live stream Q&A.